It's Monday.
Harry Potter and the Nerd Fighters. Oh, Harry Potter, you know that I want a bouquet.
I've had a rough week. A mixture of massive toothache and just not having enough pain meds, to having ridiculously huge piles of homework to do. So here we go. Prisoner of Azkaban. This was my favorite book before Half-Blood Prince was released. We learn a lot about the wizarding world in the sense that we find out about Azkaban and by extension the Dementors, and which are completely terrifying. Reading this as an 11-year-old, Dementors scared the poop out of me, quite literally. And they're still one of my favorite components of the series. Like, I really like the Dementors. I think they're really awesome creation. Not in the sense that they're like cool, but they're pretty cool. I also thought Boggarts were pretty awesome. They're a way to get things out into the open. Like the Mirror of Erised shows what your deepest desire is, and a Boggart shows your deepest fear, which is pretty awesome. Which I pronounced Bogart until I was corrected by the films. Thanks for ruining my way of reading. And we also find out about the Marauders map. And I like to keep the ticket stubs from the films in my favorite part of the book, which is the Marauders map. I loved finding out about Harry's parents, like the Marauders and stuff. I was really into that subplot, because I thought that was really cool. We find out about Peter Pettigrew, the insanity that is Animagus is Animagi? Is it Animagi? I think it's Animagi. Animagus is, or Animagi. If it's Animagus or Animagi, put it in comments. I don't know which one it is. I want to know, and I don't feel like Googling it. Oh, we meet Sirius Black, who we were introduced to in passing in book 1. In book 3, we're introduced to a lot more magical creatures in the way of hippogriffs, dementors, kneazles, and Animagus is Animagi comments. And it's really interesting. I never really thought about it until now, because we learn a lot about magical creatures in this book. Almost more so than any other of the books. Like, the most, like, packed in seems to be in this one. We meet the Minister of Magic for the first time properly. We meet him first in book 2, but we don't really, that's neither here nor there. We meet him properly in this book, and we get to talk to him, kind of, sort of, and we see how he lets Harry blow up his aunt because he's Harry Potter. That if he hadn't been Harry Potter, he probably would have gotten in a considerably larger amount of trouble. We also meet Professor Lupin, who is my favorite professor in Defense Against the Dark Arts or otherwise, apart from Dumbledore, because I don't count Dumbledore as a professor, I count him as awesomeness. Oh my gosh, we found out about time turners. Like, the last few chapters of this book are insane. The whole time turner, parallel universe, going back to save Buckbeak, but then you don't really save him because you saved him previously, and then, whoa, it's just insane. It's really well written, and that bit really shows how awesome a writer J.K. Rowling is, because, dude, that's easy to mess up. That sort of going back in time, wormhole, parallel universe sort of thing is very easy to mess up, and she did it flawlessly. Yeah, basically, this is probably the second best of the Potter books in my opinion, so yeah, read it. Especially you, Simone. Reread this. This is good. NaNoWriMo? That's no excuse. We talk about the Harry Potter stuff. We talk about the Harry Potter stuff. Word! We talk about the Harry Potter. Bye.